Hi everyone, welcome back to today's video. For today, I'm going to show you how to make this really fun and easy Halloween card. Super simple, super quick. I figured Halloween cards aren't like the traditional thing to do, right? Like, I don't ever remember my family sending me Halloween cards during Halloween. But I feel like there's always someone that you want to send something to and kind of give it that festive spirit, especially in today's world where people are staying home a lot and you're not seeing friends and family and coworkers and people like that as frequently as you would. I thought it would be really fun to do a quick and easy card. If you wanted to give them a little package of candy or treats or something, you could throw this in there and it would go perfectly. So let's jump into actually making this card. So we're going to be featuring the Hallows Night Magic bundle. So that is the Hallows Night Magic stamp set as well as the Halloween Magic dies. And then this is, like I was saying, the card that we are going to create. So let's go ahead and jump into actually creating it. So let's start with our stamping. So this is a piece of what is this? This is Cajun Craze. I don't know why I couldn't think of that for a second. And I'm going to grab these two stamps. So there is this one stamp that is like got like spiderweb and fun stuff around it. And then there is this other stamp set that says Happy Halloween. So these are the only two stamp sets, the only two stamps from the stamp set that we're going to be using today. I'm going to be using Stays On. Y'all know it's my go-to black ink, and these colors just go so well together. Like I was saying, it's kind of non-traditional, I think, to do Halloween cards. Maybe not for everybody, but for me, I feel like I make Halloween cards and then I send them to like one person and that's it. But I thought this year may be a little bit different. So, you know, why not kind of mix it up and roll with it? So I am going to stamp this right down here onto my piece of cardstock, just like that. And then I'm going to take my Happy Halloween and I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to stamp it right here in the center. It actually fits really nicely, so you just kind of have to position it a bit, and then you get this awesome little Happy Halloween. And I'll zoom in for a sec just so you guys can see that. So it does leave this side a bit open, but trust me, we're going to fill that in with some really fun stuff, so don't even worry about it. And so now we're just going to do, ooh, I got some bunch of ink on my desk. We'll clean that up better later. But now we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to zoom out just a smidge so we can get all of this in there. And I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. So I have this piece here, and this is from the Magic in This Night, I believe is the name of the paper pack. So this is just a little scrap here. It's actually the same paper that we're using for our background. This is just a smaller scrap because we only need a little piece. And then I also have our black Glimmer paper. We're going to be using this as well. And then we're also going to be cutting out our little greeting that we just did. So I'm going to start by making my sandwich. So again, I'm going to start with my one plate, and then my two, and then my five. So this is my magnetic cutting plate. And then I'm going to put all of my bits and pieces on. So again, if you've never used the magnetic cutting plate, it is just a big magnet. And so it makes it really nice because you can put your die down right where you want it and it's not going to move. It keeps everything in perfect position. So we're going to use, oh, you guys can't even see that. Whoops. I just put that on there. I didn't realize that it wasn't in frame. I am so very sorry. Let me zoom out just another smidge. So I did that, and like I said, because it's a magnetic plate, it's not going to move around. I am also going to take my black Glimmer paper, and there's this other frame, and I'm going to do that in my black Glimmer paper. And then this piece of Designer Series paper that we had, there are these bat dies, and we're going to cut out some bats with that other Designer Series paper. And then now to finish off my sandwich, I'm going to put my 3 plate right on top. Smoosh that down. I'm kind of moving my little frame here, so I'm trying to get it back into position. That should be good enough. And, oops, that's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to do Happy Halloween last. There we go. Okay, I don't know why I'm having difficulties today. Just must be one of those days, I guess. And we have our black Glimmer paper, super pretty. I love this stuff. I have not used glimmer paper. I was not a huge glimmer paper person for the longest time, and recently I've started using it quite a bit, and I am obsessed. So then we have a couple of these little bats here, and we'll use those in a second. And then, like I said, let me get this all set up. So again, the exact same sandwich. Okay, I swear my dogs know when I'm recording, and they like time their barking around it. So anyway, what I was saying is it wasn't working having all three of those on there, so it's not a big deal. I just put my little sentiment again with the little frame and cut that out. And just pop this piece out. So that's what it ends up looking like. It ends up being a really, really, really cool piece. I really, really like this stamp set and these dies. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. Move all of that off to the side. And now it's really just putting this card together. So let's start with our little sentiment, and I'm going to zoom back in so you guys can see a little bit better, hopefully. So I'm going to take our sentiment here, and I'm going to take our glimmer paper. Now, because we're putting something down onto our glimmer paper, you want to make sure you're using really, really strong adhesive. So I'm going to be using our Stampin' Seal Plus to make sure that this stays really, really well. You could also use glue dots. Glue dots work really well. I find that the Stampin' Seal Plus works just fine. I don't find that it ever comes up. So that works really nicely for me. But you don't want to use like our regular Stampin' Seal. Glue dots work really nicely as well. If you are still using snail, if you haven't converted over to the new Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus adhesives, you definitely don't want to use snail. That's not going to hold long term for you. So, but the new Stampin' Seal Plus holds really nicely. So that is that. Then let's go ahead and do our card base. So because I already have my Stampin' Seal Plus out, I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. This again is a piece of that same designer series paper we used to cut our bats out with. This is just cut to be our card layer. And put this down on here. I love this paper. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do something with this paper. It is phenomenal. I am obsessed. I've actually used I've almost used the entire, I'm pretending like the dogs aren't barking. I was trying to pretend like they weren't barking, but it didn't work out very well. I very rarely use an entire pack of designer series paper. I buy every designer series paper pack when we come out with new catalogs. I buy every single pack, and so it's very rare that I use every single piece. I have used every piece in this pack except for one sheet, I believe. And I actually have plans for how I want to use it. I just haven't used it yet. So that tells you how much I really, really like it. Okay, so we have our card base here. I'm going to take our little sentiment piece that we just did. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. You know me, I'm going to be crazy dimensional lady, and I may actually need to grab a new pack or a new thing of dimensionals. Actually, we should be able to survive. But I will need to grab a new one after this project. Man, look at that. That was perfect. So take the backings off of all of them. I didn't get that. Oh, I did get that one. Whoops. Okay. This is, like I was saying, I wanted to do a really simple... Oh my gosh, the dogs are going to kill me today. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is today, but the dogs are going crazy. So as I was saying, I really wanted this to be a simple card because I know not everybody is used to sending out like cards and things like this for Halloween. So I wanted it to be quick and easy in the event you did want to do it. It wasn't going to take you long to do, and maybe supplies you already have laying around. If you have the designer series paper and some cardstock, you don't have to use the glimmer paper. I think it really adds something extra. I'm obsessed. I use it in the last project too, but you don't have to use that. You could use something else too. So now I'm going to take my little bats, and I'm going to use glue dots just because I think glue dots are the easiest to use. And I'm going to put this big one right here. And then I'm going to take another glue dot, and I'm going to put the small one right here. And I think it just gives it a fun little accent to the card, and it looks really, really cool. So that is it for today, guys. That is our card. I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed today's project. Sorry about the crazy dogs today. I feel like they were way crazier than they normally are. But I really hope you enjoyed today's project. Again, I loved making it, and it's fun to kind of mix things up and have a really simple card in your back pocket if you want to send to somebody during in the next couple weeks for Halloween. So As always, you can find all of the products that I use 24/7 just by going to littlemooncreation.stampinup.net. You can find a list of all of the products in the coordinating blog post, which is the first link in the description box below, or you can just go to littlemooncreation.com, which is my website, and you can see a bunch of stuff there. Make sure you follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I have tons of fun things that I'm posting there. I get on there and talk one-on-one with you guys, so if you guys enjoy that, definitely go over there, Little Moon Creation, and look it up, and I will be interacting with you guys a lot there. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.